Greetings, greetings, greetings. Good evening to everyone, my Truth Be Told family. Blessings to each and every last one of you all. Good evening, good evening. I hope you all had a great weekend. I did. So we're going to kick back and enjoy this content on tonight. We're discussing chaos on tonight, but however, on tomorrow, family, we will be going in between the walls of the correctional facilities. We're working on Alabama as well as we're going to try to get lots of states because I have people that I know throughout the Alabama prison system. So I'm going to see if I can tap into some other ends of the prison system. So anywho, that's what we're tapping on tomorrow. And so when it comes to Rkelly, there will be updates on a daily basis. But like I said, I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Also, I would like for you all to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. You know what I'm saying? It does not cost anything to hit the like button. It's free, y'all. So like I said, hit the like button, comment, share, and sub to the channel. So, okay, so I have my baby, Mr. Bass, in the building. What's up, Mr. Bass?
Good evening, good evening. Good evening,
Hey.
Truth Be Told family. Good evening, boss lady.
Good evening, Mr. Bass. Blessings.
Blessings to you. Peace and blessings to everybody that decided to spend this time with us tonight. We're so honored to have you here with us. And we ask you to like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. Peace and blessings.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for all you do, Mr. Bass. Blessings, babe. Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right, family. So, unfortunately, as of right now, Mr. Bass is the only one up. My girl Tips Love is not in right now. Mr. You all know that he's at work, so he's going to be chiming in once he gets off work. Also, shout out to my moderators holding the comment section down. Also, shout out to Miss Emma. I see my girl Miss Emma in the house. V, hey, my baby. So, anywho, fam, we're going to get to it. I just hope you all had a great weekend as well as a great day. They said a storm is coming through, but I'm not sure because I don't watch no news, so I don't know what's with y'all. So if it come through, okay, it just come through. I'm covered. What's up, Mister? Mister in the building?
Hey, I'm sorry I dropped in like that.
You good. You good. What's good with you? How you doing?
I mean, still working, but just letting you know, I'll be here. Blessings everybody, everyone in the chat that's coming in tonight, ready for a good show.
Yeah.
Hey, I thank y'all for coming. The truth be told, we always gonna get the truth. No matter
the
what.
whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know I was gonna pop in like that though. I thought I was gonna be backstage, but hey, I'm here.
Okay, Mister. We're a little bit behind on today. However, Tips Love too. She hasn't popped in as of yet. So I don't know if she's gonna come in on tonight. Well, I'm sure she is, but maybe just a little bit later. But however, I didn't get the chance to make my coffee. I put my hot water in and it boiled it up. And
Well, y'all already seen I've been running. You know, I've been running. I thought I was gonna be able to sit down, but hey, it's just part of
I
the job.
know.
You know, so y'all give me a few minutes. I'll be back. You know, I'm headed to the house.
Oh, we got so we got my fam in the house. Blessings, love. We got fam. What's up? Blessings. Elwood, blessings, love. So yeah, I was just telling them that we're gonna tap in on the prison system on tomorrow and everything going down because y'all, that damn governor Kay Ivey of Alabama, she is, and this is not allegedly, her action shows prejudice. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely that. You know, we definitely need to
It's not
jump in
illegal.
on that.
Huh?
Definitely got to jump in on that because
Yeah.
you know, it's not just our, you know, just our black people, man. It's, you know, it's all of our people of color, man, that's going through it. Because believe it or not, though, you know, it ain't just the blacks. You know,
Nope, it is not.
you got a lot of people that's going through a lot of injustice. You know,
Absolutely.
so,
And I don't want to make it like as though it's just us, our color, because it is not. Because when I be hollering at my homie, when I holler at him, guess what? You got blacks, whites, you got all of that. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, also when they did the rally in Montgomery, Alabama on today, it was a mixture of family and people out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just us, it's just the system as a whole. So listen, I don't care, whatever, listen, we gonna dive into it. We going from state to state, exposing these motherfuckers from the governors to we going down through there from Alabama
to the CEOs.
Wherever the corruption is. I'm about to tap into some people within the prison systems, you know what I'm saying, throughout to see, you know, how things going with everybody and what it do, what's being violated, and so on, so on. That's what we're gonna be doing over here.
All right. You know, so everybody hit that like button, share, subscribe. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so we got somebody. We got my homeboy Edward Holloway in the building. Also, we got somebody named Larry Hawkins, by the name of Larry Hawkins. Hey, Miss Lady, I heard you before checking you out. Blessings, love, blessings. Good to have you over here at Truth Be Told TV family. So you already know Miss Our Girl Tips Love Tuna. She done pushed up.
All right. Where's she at?
I'm about to pull her up now.
Oh yeah, man. You know, and also shout outs to Emma, V, the whole Truth Be Told squad, Mr. Edward Holloway, Mr. Larry Hawkins. How y'all doing, man? Salute to y'all, man. Thank you for coming tonight. So, you know, blessings.
Blessing. What's up, Tips Love too? Got my girl in the house.
Hi, my family. How are you guys?
What's up, baby? Where you been?
The weekend was lit. Hi, family.
Girl, I know. It was lit. Was it lit?
It was lit.
Girl,
I stayed with y'all long on Friday. Y'all all fell asleep on me. So,
girl, I was asleep, good and sleep. Okay.
I know you was. All of y'all.
I don't even remember.
The only person was hanging was Miss Traylene.
Lynn, yeah, you know Lynn, baby. She a night hawk. Lynn going from shit. Lynn gonna push up. She ain't trying to go to bed 4-5 in the morning and be sleep all day.
Yeah, because you know y'all had a visitor, so.
Yeah, we had a visitor, so that's what was important. We did have a visitor. However, I was dropping some knowledge when it came to that gematria, but he left out a song. What's up, Tappy T? We got my girl Tappy T in the house tonight. Blessings to each and every one of you all. I ask that you all hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, please. Oh, we got Miss Diane in the house. What's up, Miss Diane?
All right, Miss Diane.
Here go Corey, y'all. Corey, back
there you go. My boy Corey. What's going on?
Y'all know when Corey come in the house, baby, he gonna let it be known he in the house, okay? Shout out to my boy Corey, Miss Di, Taffy. Blessings to you all. So yeah, Tip. So what's going on down there with Kale, y'all?
Man, I don't even know. That's why I'm here.
Girl, what you? So you ain't get your content I dropped you on today,
Oh
girl?
no, I read it. That's why I'm here, so we can discuss.
Okay, girl. All right. So okay, so truth be told, truth and family. What's up, Miss Di? So yeah, so y'all, we about to we like 12 minutes in. Y'all ready to get off into it or no?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm ready.
To expose about this corrupt governor, you know what I'm saying? This government,
still
this
going.
government.
Yeah, still working.
Roll it.
Hey, it's part of the job. I don't mind.
Mute, mister.
I already muted him, baby. He on a call. He at work on a call, baby. So okay, so Mr. Bass is about to drop the content, family. So you all just kick back and enjoy the content. Thank you all for your support. Like I stated, you all hit that comment, that like, that comment, share, and sub to our channel. All righty.
Welcome to HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. We understand that whenever there is an exchange of ideas concerning allegations where one party either truly supports, or even simply claims to support the alleged victims, and the other the defendant, the one supporting the alleged victims is usually considered the hero, and the latter's case is rather different. If they are not described as the accomplice, they will be judged for defending the alleged criminal. Forgetting that the defendant could be innocent, as it has sometimes been discovered when it's rather too late, and they have had to serve decades of wrongful incarceration. Why it always happens this way? I guess it's because it's imprinted in our minds by society to think like that. Because we live in a highly prejudicial society, we find it easier and more befitting of society to always blame the defendant. In Rkelly's case, for example, Me Too co-founder Rkelly, who seems to be more of a sexist than an activist, is quick to pass judgment to Rkelly supporters, referring to us as black people very many times as though she isn't one of us, and saying that we have a knee-jerk reaction to support black men when we see them in the news for something negative, but we don't have that same default when it comes to black women. She says whenever a black woman comes forward with a complaint, there is a lot of questions and moralizing, and there is more of "why did you?" never focusing on the perpetrator who abused that black woman. And so she adds a rather racist comment when she says she needs to engage black people as they are playing double standards, and adds that she needs to teach us why supporting our sisters is just as important as supporting our brothers.
We have a knee-jerk reaction to support black men when we see them in the news for something negative, but we don't have that same default when it comes to black women. And so, whenever a black woman comes forward, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of moralizing, there's a lot of, well, why did you? And never is the focus placed where the focus needs to be, and that's on the perpetrator of the abuse against that black woman. And so this has been a real difficult movement to navigate because you have to, one, kind of engage black people in that double standard, and that's a hard thing to do. And you also have to get them to understand that supporting our sisters is just as important as supporting our brothers, because our sisters are the
Okay, we know Rkelly certainly has a mouthful of words every time she speaks, but we shall not allow her to bundle us up and regard us as stupid not to see what's happening. Yet we truly do understand and are in touch with what's actually happening. Before she suggests we do not know that supporting our sisters is just as important as supporting our brothers, she probably should be telling us how many times it has been our sisters on the perpetrator's side. Does she want us to assume that there are no female abusers and male victims? What the now famous Me Too founder fails to comprehend is the fact that we are not defending Rkelly because he is a man against women, but because he is the one on the receiving end of the wrongful conviction. Kelly is the one destined to serve prison time as a result of this mistrial and basic rights violations, and not the female accusers. So if there is anyone to defend in this equation, it's the accused and not the accusers. What would we be defending the accusers about, yet they are the ones in the attack? The ones who had a choice not to be used by the funders of this propaganda meant to destroy one of their kind. The day it will be a woman being falsely accused by fellow black men for abuse, trying to extort her and drain her wealth, to suck her bank account dry, especially on behalf of a big corporation such as Sony, we shall not hesitate to stand up for her against the male accusers. Especially when we believe the female accused is not necessarily guilty of all charges placed against her, but has been prejudiced, wrongfully convicted, and inappropriately sentenced. I am, however, not sure we shall ever get the chance to exercise this pledge in our lifetime. Why is this so? The women are hardly looked at as the perpetrators, considering they are always the victims in such cases. It is therefore a selfish and sexist act by the Me Too co-founder to lean on our neck, and blame us for defending the alleged perpetrator who involuntarily found himself in this mess, and expect us to defend the accusers who had a choice on how to proceed with their grievances. By asking that we do this, she is asking us to add salt to the wound she caused when she rallied to mute Rkelly. She probably thinks all black people except her are stupid. Well, she is wrong. We can see right through her, and will not allow her to drag us into believing we are wrong to defend an innocent man. If Rkelly had the right statistics and was not simply speaking against black men because she is a woman, by now she would already know that men have also been found to be victimized numerous times, though they are never heard because it has always been believed that only a woman can be abused, and not the other way round. If Rkelly had the courage back then and expected the authorities to help him, he would have reported to the police years back how he was being blackmailed and extorted by people that invited themselves into his life, replaced his own children who were supposed to be the primary beneficiaries of his sweat without caring, and defamed him when they leaked a video that they claim revealed his private life with them onto the streets of Illinois. But because men know well it's always about the women, that multiple women can come into your life as a setup, and siphon your coffers dry to a point where your children lose their place and inheritance. How would a man even start? The argument therefore is that Rkelly and his children have had to suffer for decades on the account of these women, but it's still them being protected so that they can finish him off. Rkelly needs to understand that the reason police is dealing with more cases of abuse against women is only because society believes women cannot abuse men, but they do. It's comparable to the common domestic argument that men are inherently expected to share their money with the woman and kids, but for some reason, a woman's money is their money alone. But activists will still stand up to demand that the men take care of the women and kids. Never the other way round. It's never the woman forced to pay child support, or to pay for the children's welfare and education. Well, if the police are handling, why does she say women's needs are not being met? If anything, it's the men that need a hand. Every time there is a problem, it must be the man who wronged the woman. That is what we simply don't subscribe to. Another important fact this conversation revealed was the difference between 2008 and now. According to the Me Too co-founder, Rkelly had the money then, and his staff protected him, and now that he was muted, they can talk. If she feels Rkelly gave his staff money to silence them back then like she suggests, why does she want us to believe that they are now talking voluntarily and are not being paid by the accuser's sponsor this time? Okay, we will assume it's a miracle that the people who needed money to shut up have now chosen to talk for no pay. Interesting. No wonder the feds had to pick up Lisa Van Allen to testify by force. Someone had probably paid for this, and she was chickening out at the final minute. For accountability reasons, however, they had to pick her up. Who doesn't know that these men wake up every day to work so hard and earn a decent life, but lose most of this to these kinds of accusers who don't want to work, but want to go to $5,000 shopping sprees, and fully paid holidays? These are the real problem. Not the one who is extorted. So many women actually do throw themselves at celebrities with hope of attaining instant wealth, and to live a lifestyle way beyond what they can afford. Mark my words, it's not all women, Many women are actually very nice people, but women like these. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications.
All right. A shout out to my boy, Mr. Terry. What's up, Mr. Terry?
What's up, my love? How y'all family doing? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, baby, I can hear you. I had a mouthful of Folgers, baby. Hold up. I had a mouthful of Folgers. I had a
Don't you
mouthful
start
of
that
Folgers.
Tonight. How you doing, my TRUUTH family?
Look,
yeah, definitely.
Terry, I was running a little bit late, baby. I had not even had my cough. I had to run and make it when we was in here. I had the content going, baby.
Ooh. Yeah. I know it. Hey, got to keep it going.
Man,
how y'all been?
Hey, this Folgers like crack accolade to me.
How you doing, Tip, my queen over there?
We are blessed, love. It's good to have you in the building. What's up? How was your weekend?
Man, it's busy. I got to chop it up with you backstage. So we'll talk more. Yeah, me and you and us in the family. Let you know how good.
Yeah, when we go off live, we always in the backstage rocking. So chop it up with you. Don't talk.
Yes, you know it. But I think we got a great topic for tonight.
Absolutely. Okay, so Mr. Terry, you wasn't in here when I stated. Now on tonight, we are continuously talking about chaos, right? So moving forward, y'all, my lashes is like flickering. But anywho, we're gonna be discussing chaos on tonight. But moving forward, there are gonna be updates in pertaining to chaos. But however, we are gonna expose the prison system and everything that's going on within the prison system. Because I got fam down there in Alabama in the correctional facility, and it's just things that's been going on. And also, like when they did their rally, and they're choosing not to work, like they're protesting, they ain't working, they ain't nothing. Because in Alabama, the prisoners, the inmates make the tags and do all of it. So without the inmates, Alabama would have nothing. So to see what this prejudiced ass woman put out on today, it is so sad.
Well, I didn't get a chance to check that one out, but I mean, definitely throw me some research. You know what I'm saying? How you normally do. That way we can all look up on it, because I mean, they gonna get worse. It's just been a matter of time for them to get even worse than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Because they already bad, but that's crazy.
But no, like, we're going to continue this, you all. But listen, y'all know that they were in protesting down in Alabama. And when they were protesting, they was protesting about, their rights being violated. Believe it or not, like, y'all, I see them violating the 8th, 13th, 14th, and 6th. Hey, they got them on four accounts, yo. Like, it's pathetic. So they went into protest, and when they went into protest, they wasn't working in the cafeteria. Like, they stopped working. They did not go to work. They stopped working and did all of that on today. However, would you like to hear what the freaking governor of Alabama had the audacity to say, y'all?
Speak on this, sis.
Okay. Her name is Governor Kay Ivey. She's very prejudiced, and this is not allegedly. Yes, she is. She shows her prejudice, okay? Kay Ivey's office responds to the prison protest inmate demands. This is what she states about the inmates' demands. They are unreasonable and unwelcome in Alabama.
Say what?
Yes, that you heard what the hell I said, fam. This is what she said, family. Y'all, we gonna get back to Kels, but yes, this is what this woman said. After they did they protest, they asking for a lot of things, like better security, better, like, it's like, listen, yo, like, where all the Alabama State Correctional Facilities, right? ADLC in Alabama, all of them, man, listen, like these motherfuckers look like caves. Like, look, a lot of them, like the water dripping from the ceiling. They got sewer that come. Hey, it's crazy. Listen, it's crazy. The food, I don't know what they be feeding them, yo. Like, our animals eat better than these human beings. Like literally. And you know, they just asking for some things with just not much, just to be comfortable. Just because you are inmate does not mean you got to be treated like a fucking man. I ain't gonna even say they being treated like animals, because animals have a better living than they do. I mean, I'm just being honest.
True that.
So with them asking what they're asking for, this lady had the audacity to say the inmates' demands that they're asking for are unreasonable and unwelcomed in Alabama. So what the fuck does she mean by unwelcome and unreasonable? Did she not expose her hand when she said unwelcome? What the fuck she mean unwelcome?
She about to start their asses out.
Huh?
Yeah.
She about to start shipping their asses out of there. All the ones complaining.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. You heard what was the second thing she said? They're not wanted.
That part.
So that when she said that part, that means you got to go.
She showed her
by my rules. Yeah,
she showed how prejudiced she is. And listen, post that up with Mr. Bass. Okay, the inmates' demands are unreasonable. What the fuck? And let's not forget, family, she said unreasonable and unwelcome in Alabama. However, family, you have Mr. Bass. He stated that the ADOC is still operating from 1890s to 1920s perspective. And you hear that out of a mouth of a ex-correctional officer of 22 to 3 years, okay? Mr. Bass worked in a prison for 22 to 23 years. So he knows that it's not right. And so as we've been doing research and everybody dropping everything in the video folder, like, y'all, Alabama is operating under fucking Jim Crow laws.
Yeah, you understand. They down south. You got a lot of down south.
My ass, what they gonna have, what they gonna do down there is rock that bitch. And she know how they will rock. They will rock them now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that they won't, because you know what I'm saying, but you got to look at it too. I mean, she using her whole card. I mean, I'm not trying to bring race in the situation, but they've been like that. Alabama, Deep South, all them states, they mean some of them places, man, ain't changed their ways. They been like that, you know what I'm saying? Jim Crow been with them for a long time. Even parts of Georgia down there, man, them white folks, they laws are their law. And at the same time,
why don't they hang it up? This ain't they.
Because they, you got to understand, it's the power. Always, you know what I'm saying? When they already looking down on us like we're nothing anyway, then that little bit of power.
True, Mr. Terry. But true be told, Mr. Terry, you know Alabama is a retirement state, right? That's that long money that come from the slave master, slave that they be sitting on, living on them lakes and all that. So yeah. So in order for her to come out and make the statement that she made on today, lets me know, she know them white folks backing her ass down now.
But this is the first time that lady has proved her point that she's big kahuna over there. I mean, I remember the news of your friend that the whole courthouse was full of people, and she
when they executed my homeboy Nathaniel Woods,
the family was crying. The person admitted that they went to his house with a warrant and they got the wrong person and all of that. And came from it. Those girls
Tip. You have the killer. You know what I'm saying? He testified and stated that, man, y'all about to kill an innocent man. That man had nothing to do with my actions and what I did. They didn't give a shit. They still executed my partner. But I mean, truth be told, the police that was killed, everybody had a party. They was corrupt. Block feed, they was real live slave catching. Yeah, that's what they were doing. So when he killed their ass, not my homeboy, my other homeboy, when they killed their asses, get what? Everybody had a party.
Okay. Damn. Just like that.
Hey, man, hey, it was going up. It went up in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. Look, it went up that night. That day, it went up. Everybody was excited and happy. Okay. Okay, so shout out to Jason. Jason in the building. I feeling like this woman lied on R. Kelly. Absolutely. They all lied on R. Kelly, Jason. They all did. And this, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because we're gonna discuss the Alabama Department of Corrections on tomorrow, as well as other penitentiaries. We're gonna look deep off into the corruption from the governors and all of that. It's gonna be a lot of exposure going on over here on tomorrow, family. But check this out. So y'all, let's talk about this Me Too shit. What's with this Me Too woman and she's sitting up here hollering like it's sad that the black people, we don't believe, we don't believe nothing these women say. Fuck now, why should we believe anything they say? They all are liars, extortioners. We not finna listen to that. We sat here during the trial and looked at how they lied on this man, how the government got them to lie on them, offered them immunity deals, offered them Section 8 and all of these gifts to lie on this man. So why the fuck? That's why I said when you do have a real victim, they are afraid to come forward just for these purposes because they take the hurt and the pain of actually victims and they really just mock that shit like they make a joke out of it. So what y'all think about this Me Too, bro? She got some
too. Yeah, I think she, you know,
for a reason, right. And you see, she's quiet now. She did what she came to do.
Yeah, she got paid.
I told y'all, my listen to my skin folks. Listen, y'all. I keep telling y'all, stop jumping on the bandwagon of these damn movements that be coming forth to us because these motherfuckers be sent like that Me Too broad. I wouldn't be surprised she got a whole hoe out here. You understand me? I'm just saying, just like Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, she looked like she got a whole.
That's why I said what I said. Been there, done it. That's why I said what I said.
She remind me of a girl from Hustle and Flow.
Anime over there eating the cake. Okay.
Remind me of a girl from Hustle and Flow. I'm in charge. I'm in charge. Shit, man, come on. Man, we looking at it from both ends of the spectrum, man. She talking about, well, you gotta look at it from the black women, you know. We support our
But what about our black men though? We keep yelling out the black women. We see what the fuck black women bring. They sitting up here and they lie through the whole trial. So if this how they coming, we don't believe nothing. I feel sorry for a victim who would ever come forward on any type of grounds whenever in pertaining to a Me Too movement. But however, the Me Too movement have proven themselves to be liars since they've been started. And yes, I said it, and it's the truth. From Bill Cosby, how they sent all them goddamn wire mouths over there to, you know, the lie on Bill Cosby. Now they doing the same thing with Kells, and the list goes on and on and on. So what's up? When are we going to protect our black men, though?
That's the same thing they did with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Exactly.
And now they mad at her because she used her money, their money, for what all white people use the money for. Buying a new house, buying a new car.
Girl, she ain't got her houses. She got houses for her white wife. Look, but hey, this my thing, though. Y'all see what I be saying? Prime example. Why Black Lives Matter ain't down in Alabama in the prison facility where they is sitting up here doing, you know, these unhumanized things?
Because to the Black Lives Matter is just a number, just like they are to the prison.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You know, we just expose shit over here, Mister.
You know, don't just jump on the bandwagon just because a white cop or some man done something to a black person, man. What about the blacks on blacks? You know, what about this prison system, man, where they is taking us all into it?
Yes, Mr.
Not just men, it's women too, because in the state of Oklahoma, you have more women incarcerated than you do men.
True that. Also, Mr. Not only that, look at the skin color of the motherfuckers, wardens and things that's running the prison. Oh, they skin folks. Okay.
Let me ask y'all a question. Since you had said that, when the last time you ever seen any state a black warden?
I'll wait.
And what state Can anybody on the panel or in the comments tell me that they have a black warden over a prison system?
If they do,
Yep, they got a black woman warden. Yeah, baby.
If they do, it's a private facility.
Yeah,
that's the only way.
Hey, I don't know.
And he's only minimumized. They only gonna give him so much pool.
Okay, so Mr. They say in Virginia they do. So I don't know if my homeboy it was stealing him. Edward, if you stealing him, drop it. If Alabama, yes, but I think they privatized. Drop it if Alabama
But
did.
even if they had black people, the black people have already sold their souls too. They with the fuckery too. So it doesn't even matter.
Facts.
That's true. Right there.
Yeah, you're right.
The almighty dollar. What it used to be.
You sure damn do that almighty dollar. Yes, but it ain't even the almighty dollar. Hell, it's the fraternity and the sorority and my brother, my sister. It's all that type of shit around her, baby. They don't only care about the dollar no more, baby. It's all about shut up.
Who you know, what you know, and how you know, and what you're willing to do for it.
Okay, baby, eating on them biscuits and tying up them toes and ankles and shit.
Yeah, hobos used to ask you for $1. Now they ask you for $3.
Yeah, pussy.
That's that wolf pussy. Now go on.
We gonna talk about it, but we just expose the truth over here, and the truth shall keep you free and make you free at all times. You feel me? So yes, y'all. So this Me Too movement shit, I'm sick of it. Like when
Me too.
When we gonna get rid of that shit, the black too, the what you call it shit, the black lives mess movement. When we gonna get rid of all that shit? Because none of that shit, all of that shit was designed to help hurt our black men, y'all.
I'd be like, me too.
Baby. Okay, so Latif said Black Lives Matter is just a mantra, not a true movement. Yes, girl, you better say it, baby. See, y'all, look, God is so good. God is so good. I love all the people that he sends over here, because everybody that he sends over here, like the dialogue, they are very conscious of what's going on. Like, we don't have to, except for that one somebody who came in the comment section. Like, say he don't even come in here no more. He just come in on the live after we're done. You feel me?
Robert.
Okay, so listen, y'all. So yeah, there you go, Mr. So Larry says, but it seems like every time Jennifer makes a powerful move towards a positive thing she needs to do, we get our Kelly free. Someone else comes out like this lady. Why? I mean, Larry, that's what the government has them doing. Like, the government has to have them doing anything as possible that they see fit to destroy him.
They looking under rocks and everything for these people, for these women.
Yeah, in lakes and oceans and shit.
Did you know
whoever want to get paid, look, they willing to, whoever want to get paid, look, they doing casting call just for Rkelly, y'all. Listen, y'all know what casting call is, right? Tip, Mr. Terry, y'all know what casting call is.
New actors.
Casting call.
Okay, they do casting call just for your boy Kales. Lisa, just for Kales, they getting them hoes Section 8, maybe $500 or $1,000. They desperate. They just come and they gonna get them a line to say, and they just gonna keep the lies going. That's what they doing, y'all. But let's go.
Yeah, I mean, my thing when I was hearing what he's saying, my thing is, it's like she's sitting up there thinking that don't nobody sympathize for real victims that, have been violated and went through certain things. You coming on here now out of all this situation coming on, like you just, you've been a basher about the situation. I mean, there's always two sides of every story. And don't get it twisted. Men lie and women lie. And you got to understand too, this young lady got to realize there's more women in the world than it is men. So how the hell can we be so much of victims and y'all women that don't do it? It's a lot of fucked up women out here in the world too, but we just, we only hear the small things about it. And then us kings at the same time, we always got to come on the defense and try to be on our guard because, you know what I'm saying, we can't, if you fuck around and brush a person, sexual harassment, if you try to say something wrong and you might not even trying to say nothing to it, it's like we got to be on our guard 24/7 because we made the wrong move. Boom. Oh, woman got you alligated for rape. You doing this, you doing that. I'm not with that.
Miss Terry.
I got heated.
How come, hey, that's okay, brother. That's okay. Man, to me personally, how come y'all won't speak up on the real victims? Man, you know, I wouldn't have no problem against what you doing, man, if I knew that the fact that you was actually, man, going in going hard for some real victims, man, not people that done got up there and, man, committed perjury.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And got money out of the situation. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, talk for the ones that really need this shit. If you sitting up there, the way you sitting up there, the way she's sitting up there and she was talking, she acted like the women that was on Surviving Rkelly.
Man, look,
you ain't no better than them.
Yeah, I believe maybe they had started out right, but somewhere in there, man, they just they lost what they lost.
Man, listen, they seen that damn bag and they was been willing to do any fucking thing to get around there to it, mom, dad, or them involved. There's money running around this bitch. They get in where we fit in at. So whatever we got to do, whoop the whoop. Hey, it's about us, and that's their demeanor. Don't sit up here and tell me that goddamn women don't plot just as hard as women. I mean, men. And first of all, if you want some true damn killers, put some women in the circle. I guarantee you they get the job done better than the men and won't nobody even know about the shit. And then she talking about me and this, that. Okay, she sounded like she was a victim.
Women, the most ones that carry that damn Jezebel spirit. God knew what he was doing when he didn't give me no damn sister. That part.
And then you want to sit up there and talk about these women victims. Shit, they all of them look good to me. That money was good, and then that damn paycheck was good. I don't see now ugly bra besides his wife on that bitch.
Okay, so
right, everybody want to get their book and they want to get their start or their fame. Now you got a voice and your voice sound like squeaky Michelle A. Shut up.
Okay, so just like she said, but no one has talked about them going to therapy. No one, because ain't no therapy, they not. So also Miss Di said, real victim doesn't have to lie. If it's the truth and they don't want anything from their abusers, all they want to see them is under the jail, period. Facts, Miss Di. Guess what? What they state that what happened is going to remain the same. You don't got to think about it. You're going to remember everything, how the bitch smelled, what he smelled like, what time was, how he did it, when he did it, the time of day. You going to know all of that. You don't got to think of nothing, period. Okay?
Yeah. And your whole demeanor is not going to be in that situation. I want to see this person. I want to do these interviews. Hell no, they're going to shut down.
Exactly.
And try to get here. That's what the fucking victim is. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm a male, but I know a lot of women that was victim and shit was wrong. And they accusing who they did something. They needed justice needed to be done. And they was innocent women. Now I understand that. And I don't see her in no fucking movie. I don't see her on there getting paid on getting interviewed and nothing like that. So really look at the big fucking picture and know a victim from a fucking play artist.
Exactly.
So don't get it twisted. Yeah. I mean, she pissed me the fuck off when she said that.
Character.
And just that Robert sang about a lot of things that he was going through, and we just overlooked it and just kept singing. I forgot what the song is called. It's called "What You Gonna Do for Me." Have you heard that song, Rkelly?
I don't know.
No, what album that's off of?
I don't know what album it's off of, but the song is called "Now What You Gonna Do for Me." I'm trying to get.
Okay.
He basically said, "You want me to take you out, take your family out, bring you on cruises? What are you gonna do for me?" They knew exactly what they got into when they met Robert.
Facts. Speak on it too.
They knew exactly what they were doing when they got into that.
Facts.
Yeah, all of mom, dad, and them.
Okay, so
but now you want to throw up.
Like he said, Jessica Reed, a real victim.
The power of the poom poom.
Pussy power.
Yeah, like Prince said, P control.
Adam and Eve, baby. Hey, didn't she get him in that allegedly the Garden of Eden?
Well, no problem.
P got power, big. P got power. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, man, that guy, man, come up over there, man. You know, right? Yeah.
That thing gonna make you commit suicide. It'll jump off bridges. It'll cause you alcoholism. It'll have you become a drug addict. That thing there. If you don't know how to, I'm telling you, if you don't know what kind of phones you running into, you better back away from it, boy.
Man, they run into that good man. You don't know what to do with yourself.
Yes, sir. Ass late for
like, I love you, guys.
Don't want to eat no more. I'll tell you, I done seen a lot of niggas starve themselves to death because of that rabbit.
That's why ain't nobody finna kill me over my pee.
Knocking on windows and shit, meeting them at the job.
I'm telling you, I mean, they understand shit. I mean, and you got to realize that's something else, boy. And don't mess around and have the whole package. Man, that nigga is spending last pack of Fruit Loops to get whatever you need.
Man, girl, what you need?
I'll change your oil, girl. Be out there pumping your gas. Check it out.
As long as that smite pump on.
Looking for you in the flash. Look, looking for you in the daytime with a flashlight. Boss lady.
Like, hey,
I went over there.
Don't put a tracker on your car. So I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, throughout the whole ordeal, it's not just, you know what I'm saying, just one man.
Yeah, the Apple tag.
No, that he told y'all don't need.
Yeah, he said a tracker.
They told y'all not to use that tracker.
Yeah, you gotta use the tracker. They put the little Apple tag on the car. And man, that's how they been look. Man, y'all didn't think, man, y'all better go back to the Dolph case, right? That's what them niggas was doing, man. Instead of them cars, putting them tags on them Apple tags. Man, hey.
All right. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. We ask that you hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a thing to hit the like button. Kind of shift that algorithm. Also, comment in the comment section. Do not be afraid to leave your opinion or comment in the comment section, as well as share our live and subscribe to our channel, please. Please sub to the channel. Also, if you would like to come up here on the panel and chop it up with us and, pertaining to chaos, your opinion matter, as long as you got them facts that back it up. Like, I'm not against anybody, but however, if you're not coming with facts, then I suggest you not to come up. But however, if you would like to come up, please hit that StreamYard link and it will bring you up. And when it brings you up, I'll see you in the back and I will, allow you to come to the panel. So once again, please hit that like button, comment, share, and sub to the channel. Please. Blessings to you all for tuning in tonight. So, all right, Mr. Bass, let's roll with that content.
Let's go, Mr. Bass. Bass.
You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring Rkelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Rkelly's case has proved to me that once the feds are out to get you, it doesn't really matter what the law says. They will get you. Rkelly was charged with trafficking in New York and tried in the Brooklyn federal court, where he was found guilty of all 10 counts with the trafficking counts inclusive. Attempts to get the court to reconsider that saw Rkelly's attorney Jennifer Bonjean file a number of motions all fell on deaf ears. The court was more than determined to convict Rkelly for all charges and was not interested in reviewing some of the counts one by one, just in case there could have been an error somewhere. But is Rkelly really guilty for trafficking? The trafficking Rkelly was accused of by legal definition is a form of modern-day slavery, which occurs when a trafficker exploits an individual with force, fraud or coercion to make them indulge for commercial reasons. It involves recruitment, harboring, transportation, patronizing or soliciting of a person to indulge with the trafficker for commercial purpose. Meaning without coercion and commercial reasons, it wouldn't be trafficking, except when it involves minors, when even without force or coercion, it will remain trafficking for as long as the motive is commercial. Now, this almost made Rkelly a trafficker but for the commercial part. If the individual indulges with the alleged trafficker but with no commercial purpose, according to the law it cannot be regarded as trafficking. Call it anything else you may wish, but not trafficking. It therefore baffles me to learn that the Brooklyn Federal Court Judge Ann Donnelly, together with the jury of 12, managed to find Rkelly guilty of trafficking, when there was no such claims like I was doing it for money, or that Rkelly was paying me this much each time we did it. The court cannot be charging relationships as trafficking, even if the relationships were done wrongly in ways society does not agree to. A real love affair that does not involve a paychecks each time the two parties meet is not anywhere close to trafficking. Meanwhile, all the testimonies given indicate these women were in love relationships with Rkelly, not service for cash. This leaves us wondering exactly why Rkelly was charged with these alien counts that did not fit anywhere in the allegations made against him. And if this mistake was made by the government prosecutors, why the judge failed to guide the jury and make them understand what the actual definition of trafficking is. Assuming she too did not remember what it is, she definitely had the penal code to consult and get the true definition, something she probably did not do. Or maybe something she did but chose to ignore and hope that the guilty verdict will pass without much contestation. There are a number of charges which were imposed on Rkelly that were not meant to be anywhere on his charge sheet, either because the prosecution lacked the evidence to prove them, or they were never meant to appear there whatsoever. But when dealing with a case against a high-profile celebrity such as Rkelly, one who may become a target for malicious intent, anything is possible. The claims that Rkelly coerced his alleged victims were also dramatically thrown out the window during the Chicago trial, when he was duly found not guilty for these counts, though the judge decided to force guilty counts claiming that if he enticed them, then he coerced them. As though he did not understand that these are two different English words describing two different types of event altogether. Being guilty of enticing does not necessarily make you guilty of both enticing and coercing combined. By doing this, the judge is like someone who thinks by going to school, it always ends in getting good grades. This is quite the wrong way to look at things. Rkelly has become the latest victim of prejudicial America. It is such mistakes by the trial courts that have made the appellate court very important and busy in the US. Almost every charge against Rkelly in New York is appealable. The New York RICO charge was itself shaken when Rkelly's co-defendants, who the prosecution claimed had been involved, were found not guilty and duly acquitted in the Chicago court. It's now a matter of adding this on file, and the government will be faced with a tough question of why and how this happened that they will have no answer to. A thorough study of all accusations against Rkelly will likely reveal that there is no legitimate claim against him. Indeed, most of the charges against him were fraudulently introduced onto the charge sheet. A proper review is necessary to eliminate all unfair claims and ensure that Rkelly is either given a proper trial or acquitted. The authorities ought to remember that no relationship, even if it's between two marrieds, ends and both parties are excited about the breakups. Many a time separations are bitter, and given a chance, one would sue the other for leaving them. Giving an opportunity to people scorned by a relationship to legally implicate their spouses can be comparable to serving meaty bones to a hungry dog. 90% of women will use the opportunity to get back at the men who they feel disappointed them, even if there is no real reason. That's the problem of having unregulated organizations such as the Me Too, whose objectives are not even clear, and giving them a platform to operate at such a high level. The result will be numerous wrongful convictions, biased judgments, and misinterpretation of the law. Rkelly is in the real sense innocent of most of these charges imposed on him, but because the minds of the judges and jurors were already corrupted with negativity published against him, it was hard for them to remain objective. There is also a presumption that the government witnesses were well drilled through the allegations they must make against Rkelly. In fact, with the surviving Rkelly docuseries, it is obvious that these people must have been well drilled to make the false claims they made. Remember, TV shows involve directors and producers who determine your script. Well drilled from the surviving Rkelly documentary, therefore, it is not surprising that the witnesses chose to lie under oath multiple times. According to Alma Ward, all black artists ought to be very careful. There seems to be a crackdown on all of them. They better beware and stay out of trouble, as they will never know if they are next in queue. We are being taken back to the 60s when we had to fight for our rights. It looks like they want to bring the Jim Crow laws back. According to Ray Johnson, I am the kind of person who never calls wrong convictions mistakes. The judges, government prosecutors and jury technically knew what they were doing. The prosecutors smuggled in alien charges knowingly, with the aim of destroying Rkelly. No wonder all defense motions fell on deaf ears. Only the appellate court can reverse this. We have hope in the appellate court to reverse the New York conviction, as it was all a fraud of a lifetime. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications.
All righty, family. All right. So what y'all think about that? So first, before we get started, Latif said, I seen her comment. She said something about Sparkle. Okay, so Larry said, have Sparkle had a hit song after? Hell no. Sparkle hasn't had a hit since a hit had. They be cutting up now.
True that. For real. Shoot, that was back late 90s?
Yes.
Late 90s last time that you even heard her voice? I think that when she did that interview, that was the first time I seen Sparkle in years.
And she looked hideous. She looked like
she's stressed out, baby.
Baby.
Calm as a bitch.
Baby, at least, baby, she looked like she just had a reading done. What's up, J Rock? We got our boy J Rock in the comment section. What's up, J Rock? Miss Tracy. Blessings to you all. Welcome back, love. Hope you all enjoyed your weekend. All righty, next content. Let's go. Running, Mr. Bass. Yeah, but baby, that thing sparkling hand, baby. She looked like she was over there trying to search for ancestors.
All right, J-Rock, Miss Tracy.
Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. Well, there have been mixed opinions about the real reason the government is after Rkelly, like he was one of those infamous mass shooters, but none has ever been found to be fully convincing. Some like to argue that Rkelly's allegations are not part of a big ploy, arguing that his allegations started way back in his career, as far back as the 90s, when no one could possibly have any form of grudge against him. But anyone with a keen eye will visibly see that his recent allegations are everything but normal. In fact, there is a clear pattern of events that shows you Rkelly was only officially targeted in 2017, with the supposed cult allegations from the infamous BuzzFeed report by renowned music critic Jim DeRogatis. The article, which made outrageous allegations that the R&B king seduced young women when they approached him for help with their music careers, before taking control of their lives and supposedly dictating what they ate, how they dressed, when they bathed, and when they slept, was clearly orchestrated and probably paid for by a much bigger power than your everyday music critic. The article further alleged that Kelly would confiscate the women's mobile phones, barring them contact with friends and family. How outrageous! Luckily enough, however, we got to learn from in-depth testimonies in the just concluded Chicago trial that Rkelly was no such person. In fact, the testimonies portrayed him as a caring and loving man who even kept close relationships with his apprentices, supporting them in every way possible. Well, many experts like to play this down and claim that this was a BuzzFeed initiative, intended to grow subscriptions for the then struggling online publication, but anyone with a sixth sense can tell this was no small, routine initiative. Subsequently, launched 2 weeks after the BuzzFeed cult story in the summer of 2017, by Kenyette Tisha Barnes and Oronika Odeli, a new crusade called Mute Rkelly took shape, when Odeli was informed that Kelly was booked to perform at the Fulton County-owned facility in Atlanta. Disguised as a modest effort to cancel Rkelly's Atlanta concert that actually went on with thousands of Rkelly fans and supporters attending despite the protests, the movement quickly morphed into an international campaign, involving grassroots activists, elected officials, prominent entertainers, journalists, into more than 15 global chapters of Mute Rkelly. This, if anything, should raise anyone's curiosity into who truly was behind the Mute Rkelly movement. There is no way such an establishment can come to life and quickly grow into an international movement, attracting such big names without any financial backing whatsoever. And for what anyway? Just to bring Rkelly to book? No way. There must have been a much bigger motive behind by a much bigger force. But who could that be? This is probably what led to some analysts arguing that they could smell Jay-Z's name all over this Rkelly fiasco. But could it really be Jay-Z? A fellow black homie?
Camel Moose.
Now, Rkelly and Jay-Z surely had their fair share of bitter feuds, stemming from the failed Best of Both Worlds project that attracted a lot of controversy, and eventually resulted into Rkelly suing Jay-Z and his Marcy Projects production company in a $75 million lawsuit, accusing the rapper of sabotaging the pair's abruptly cancelled Best of Both Worlds tour. In the early 2000s, there was arguably no one quite as big as Jay-Z or Rkelly in their respective worlds, as you may put it. Jay-Z had built on his 1990s success, with his critically acclaimed 2001 album The Blueprint, which Rolling Stone considered one of the best albums of that decade, and subsequently earned the New York native the reputation as one of the greatest rappers alive. Around that same time, Kelly had equally made his own name as both a chart-topping singer, producer, and Grammy Award winner, after winning 3 Grammys in 1 year, for his hit single, I Believe I Can Fly, earning himself the title, R&B King that he arguably still holds to this day. Originally planned as a 40-date outing, the Best of Both Worlds tour was plagued by friction between the two artists from the onset, with cancellations and late start times among other inconsistencies. The tensions reached a climax when during a performance at the New York's Madison Square Garden, Kelly abruptly stopped his performance, claiming he thought he saw a pair of men open their coats in a manner that suggested they had guns. Security went on to search the crowd but found no guns and gave the singer clearance to resume performing. But while Kelly was en route to the stage, he was allegedly attacked with pepper spray or mace by Tyron Ty Ty Smith, a member of Jay-Z's entourage. Who does that? Kelly was treated for his injuries at St. Vincent's Hospital and later released, but the rest of the show was resultantly cancelled. The lawsuit finally ruled in Rkelly's favor and Jay-Z has seemingly never gotten over it. It is still believed that Jay-Z was so jealous of Rkelly's success and that was the reason behind his sabotage, and he is known to have sworn to take Rkelly's music career down, specifically after losing the sabotage lawsuit. Could he be the man behind the Me Too movement and subsequent surviving Rkelly documentary series, done with a ploy to finally bring Rkelly's career down, having gotten the initial opportunity through the BuzzFeed article? Or was he equally the man behind the BuzzFeed article itself, as a launch pad into the ploy to take Mr. Kelly, the R&B king, down? The Me Too movement steadily succeeded in forcing the cancellation of up to 11 of Rkelly's concerts over its first 15 months. They disguised their goal as stopping Kelly from hurting women, by supposedly shutting down his source of income, by stopping his ability to record or perform, which had, according to them, enabled him to manipulate these girls. In May 2018, Time's Up, yet another movement formed by Hollywood celebrities to allegedly fight harassment in the wake of similar allegations about Harvey Weinstein, joined Barnes and Odell to release a strongly worded statement supported by, among others, directors Ava DuVernay and Shonda Rhimes, musicians John Legend and Questlove, and Tarana Burke, who had founded Me Too in 2006. Again, to have solicited such support in an incredibly short period of time only meant there had to be a strong financial backing behind it. As women of color within Time's Up, we recognize that we have a responsibility to help right this wrong, the women in the organization wrote, demanding action by industry enablers such as RCA, Sony Music, Live Nation, Ticketmaster, Spotify, and Apple Music. They also called for criminal investigations against Kelly in the same statement. It is believed that this was the statement that started Rkelly's real troubles. Although other ideologists argue that Sony itself was behind Rkelly's allegations leading to his arrest, there is equally no tangible evidence to support this theory, but we shall follow up on this school of thought in our next episode. A public display of Rkelly's fallout with Sony only became evident when the R&B singer's artist page was removed from RCA's website, in the heat of the allegations stemming from the infamous Surviving Rkelly documentary series, but sources close to the issue indicate that their fallout was orchestrated way earlier than the public display. Meanwhile, Lifetime's docuseries became one of the network's highest-rated programs in 2 years and dominated conversation on social media for days. Whatever force it was, driving the Surviving R. Kelly initiative was not your everyday marketing campaign. We know now, from detailed testimonies of participants in the just concluded Chicago trial, that the docuseries itself was a well-orchestrated ploy that encouraged alleged witnesses to share deeply compelling narrations of events, inconsiderate of the truth. All these prompted R. Kelly's indictment, also compelling prosecutors in Chicago to make a public plea, calling on alleged victims or witnesses to come forward. It was the first time we were seeing a case being advertised for witnesses and alleged victims. Clearly, R. Kelly's cases and trials have been nothing close to normal. The prejudices portrayed from the very people that are meant to uphold justice raise more questions than answers on what force could surely be behind this well-orchestrated endeavor to send R. Kelly away for a long time, having successfully ruined his music career and run his wealth into the ditch. That's all we have for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below if you buy into the school of thought that Jay-Z could be the man behind R. Kelly's current troubles, following a long foe stemming from their failed Best of Both Worlds project. We value your honest opinion.
All right, family. So what y'all think about that? Tips, Mr. Terry. I hear crickets. What's up, family? Where y'all at?
I know you
I'm
ain't
here.
mad that you just got back. You be quiet.
Y'all quiet. The content that went on. So what y'all think about that? So we already knew and suspected Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But however,
man, I know Joe Camel, man, has something to do with a lot of that. You know.
yeah, facts. His hand in, you know what I'm saying, right along with Sony Records. You know what I'm saying? We
Come on,
already
man.
stated.
Joe Camel.
Mm-hmm. We
Yeah,
already stated.
that's been a feud ever since both of the Best of Both Worlds. So you know that ain't never been let go. But at the same time, look at your involvement too. Don't just point the finger now.
Exactly.
You wanna rule.
Facts,
Excuse me.
Mr. Terry, but also it goes way back stigma before Best of Both Worlds. Y'all already know why that man had animosity. Come on now.
Aaliyah.
All right.
It was something about that young lady that them niggas there had so much turmoil, but I mean that feud went on for a minute, man. I was just it's just wild and crazy. I mean, just and then go back to what we were saying about again. Not just to say allegedly, you know me. It's just it was just something about it, man. I can't say it was a monkey because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanted a piece of that monkey, there, man.
Joe Camel had something to do with that. Did he lose that $75 million?
He ain't paid him yet. You know him and his wife don't believe in paying lawsuits. I told y'all that just like they ain't pay that lady for giving birth to that damn baby. And the bee run around here with that fake ass stomach like she was carrying that damn child. All along the lady came out. All along the lady came out. Listen, I carried that baby. I did this, I did that, baby. So I'm like, was she before the world with all that gold and that big gold shit on holding that stomach like, bitch, she ain't gave not a lick of birth.
I'm the baby pappy.
But whatever happened to her, y'all, she came out exposing all this shit. Then y'all know she shut the fuck up. Like she was
I'm the pappy of that baby.
I mean, because you got to know who she's speaking on now. You know, you got thieves working for thieves.
So Latisa said, so why would Jay-Z do such a thing about, destroying R. Kelly? Baby, Latisa, you late, sister. And he had his own little stuff going on with Foster Brown. True that. That's what I'm talking about. He been like them young. If I'm not mistaken, he started dealing with the Beehive when she was 16, 17, wasn't y'all?
Yeah.
All right.
Hell, I wouldn't be surprised. Shoot, they all do that. So it ain't nothing new. Nothing new up under the sun.
That's right, V. Joe Camel.
Mr. Crazy.
Poke them lips out, nigga. Shit.
Okay. Facts. Okay, so Mr. Bass, You can go ahead on and run with that content, Mr. Lord. Run the next one.
I'm the pappy of that baby.
You that baby pappy, Mr. Okay, y'all. So Mr. Bass about to run that other content. And we are gonna go on mute. We are gonna go on mute. Mr. Bass.
I'm the baby pappy.
Welcome to America Today, your #1 source of reliable and verified news and in-depth features on the daily happenings around America. Well, with all that transpired in the just concluded Rkelly Chicago trial, it's hard to believe that we have not seen a single other indictment come through, booking any one of the many others that were incriminated in some of the compelling testimonies from the government witnesses that took the stand at the Everett M. Dirksen U.S. Courthouse in downtown Chicago. Can we say that the testimonies were only rendered relevant when it came to incriminating Rkelly on the 6 counts that he was unfairly found guilty on, but regarded irrelevant when it comes to the other disturbing details some of these testimonies actually revealed? Isn't that the actual definition of double standards? Well, just a case in point, Jane's detailed testimony that supposedly compelled the jury to find Rkelly guilty on count 9 of his indictment, coercing minor, Jane, to engage in sexual activity, was the same testimony incriminating Rkelly's ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, better known as Drea, that had always played victim in this whole fiasco. Testifying under the pseudonym Jane, the now 37-year-old told jurors that in the late 1990s when she was allegedly 13, she asked the Grammy-winning singer to be her godfather because she saw him as an inspiration and potential mentor. Jane alleged she met Kelly in the late 1990s when she was in junior high school. She allegedly tagged along to his Chicago recording studio with her aunt Stephanie Edwards, a professional singer better known by her stage name Sparkle, who according to Jane, orchestrated the whole idea of Jane asking the R&B king to be her godfather, and effectively seducing him into having a relationship with her. Well, we can blame Sparkle for forcing an underage girl on Rkelly, well knowing her niece's age at the time, but that may not have been crime enough to prompt an indictment from the feds. But what we can't take is the revelation that Andrea Kelly, Rkelly's ex-wife, actually happened to be a part of one of Jane's alleged sexual encounters with Rkelly, in what is better known as a threesome. Well, if Rkelly is indeed guilty of count 9 of his indictment as the jury went on to allege, then one other party that is equally guilty is his ex-wife Drea, who knowingly was equally involved in a sexual encounter with an underage girl at the time. And guess what? The same video that was given the attention of the jury in determining the verdict for count 3, production of child pornography, video involving Jane, is the same video that provides graphical evidence of Andrea Kelly's involvement in the whole encounter. Now, to learn that the same government, which allegedly responded to the supposed calls of the public, under the guises of Protect Our Girls and the Black Girls Matter fiasco, and was quick to indict Rkelly, driving his whole career down the drain, can now afford to look the other way, simply because the individual being incriminated is not Rkelly, is deeply disturbing. Should we assume that the feds are merely waiting for a surviving Andrea Kelly before they can take any action? Did the investigation department of the government shift to the public opinion polls? Well, this could be sending us a message that the Rkelly problem is way deeper than we can all see on the surface. The magnitude at which the government went after Rkelly, with their far-reaching allegations, first from the unfair New York trial that attracted a ridiculous sentence, probably in the same category as manslaughter, would make you assume they were supposedly doing this for the supposed girls. And would get you thinking, if any other name ever cropped up as having been involved in the same allegations, it would probably be taken seriously. But no. Clearly the government was just after Rkelly as an individual, but this makes one wonder why? It is no wonder that there are other federal trials awaiting him, stemming from several other indictments, but you won't see any new indictment coming up against any of the other incriminated individuals in these related allegations. We should have seen this coming. when we saw witnesses take the stand under immunity deals for crimes they had equally committed, just to incriminate another individual on more or less similar charges. How ironic. These will, I hope, be a part of the center of Bonjean's arguments in the upcoming appeals, and let's see how the government will bury their head in the sand out of shame. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below if you feel it's fair that the government is solely focusing on incriminating Rkelly at all costs, and conveniently looking the other way when it comes to facing the related crimes of others, under the same allegations. We value your honest opinion. Thanks for watching yet another feature from America Today. If you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our upcoming features.
All right, family. Hey, family.
What old boy said, surviving. What his wife's name was?
Andrea.
Andrea Kelly.
Madam.
Man, they said she 37. I'm like, damn.
Man, I'm
like
older.
she 52.
Older than me.
Yeah.
Look,
I told
you
you.
look older than me, and I'm 42.
Man, I'm like, man, I said, it ain't been good to her.
Madam.
Yeah, Madam Dre. Yeah. Shit.
All I know is she played innocent, and I'm glad they finally put her out there as an abuser herself.
Exactly. The threesome queen.
Get that ass.
The threesome queen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
She had herself looking good, honey.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on here. I'm listening to you all, but I'm also networking for tomorrow. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm here. Ever since that guy got on the stand and said this was a setup, everyone involved should be scared as fuck, thinking they may go to jail. Exactly. Jack Mack. My point exactly, because we all know that they committed perjury. But my thing is, how is it that the government don't lock them up over there though? Like they lied and did all these things on the stage, like we all seen it. So how is it that they do not? Maybe because they got the convictions, them couple of convictions or whatever. I'm not sure. But however, I don't know, but they gonna get bamboozled one way or the other. That's just like we was discussing on last week about the young lady who received the Section 8. Okay, so when she gets the restitution, get what? She gonna be overqualified, so they gonna pull her ass out anywho. So they always just bamboozled. That's just what I think. So could you all, do you all want to add to that, fam?
Shit, yeah, man, you said it all in a nutshell right there. You know, I'm like, man. I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm communicating with you all.
Hey.
I'm just linking for the show tomorrow. So continue, mister. I'm sorry.
Ain't too much more to say about them. You know, everybody's time is coming. That's just what it is.
Right.
You know,
True that.
So, man, I believe, man, you know, with these appeals, some people might, some other people might be going to jail. Shit. And that's just my opinion.
Somebody going to jail. Yes, Mr. Correct, going to jail, as well as being sued, because Bonjean gonna get their ass for defamation of character. Rkelly, how much I want to be? She already stated it.
Y'all gonna give that money back. I know that. Whatever y'all got, y'all gonna give it back. That's how I see.
True that. True that.
Give that bread back. So you better hurry up and go spend it. And try to enjoy it and hide it. Do something.
How they gonna hide this? They ain't give much.
You buy things, man. You know, people will buy things, and then they'll sell that shit. You know, they'll figure out some way, man. But I mean, eventually you gonna have to pay it back any damn way. So I mean,
but mister, they ain't get shit for real. So what they gonna go and hide? Ain't like they ain't get that.
They ain't got that money yet.
Hey, to them it's a lot.
That ain't shit. So you can tell.
They should have learned by now that ain't no type of money. Okay.
Exactly.
Look, they ain't get their prostitution. I mean, they restitution money.
No, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing to do, and they doing all that for that, baby. That's sad and pitiful.
I thought they got their prostitution money.
They
right
ain't
now,
never seen 100, 200, 300,000 like that. Sad. Damn. Not sure if I could see more than them if they acting like that. Jesus, take the wheel. So Miss Diane said, I was wondering why the jurors hadn't come out yet. Just like the New York jurors didn't let us know why in the hell they found him guilty, nor did the Chicago jurors. This let us know they was feds.
It could be a gag order on them, I don't know, but I mean, right now they trying to make it cool down, I guess.
J. Ross said, you said it right the first time, Mr. Prostitution.
They prostitution money.
Yeah. The government paying prostitutes. Yes, Tabitha, all the government witnesses received immunity, baby. They received immunity deal on top of them lying and doing all they did on their stand, baby, which clearly gave them perjury charges. Okay, let's go, family.
That stuff gonna come back up on them too, man. I can feel it.
That part.
You keep me my money. You ain't got my money. Dollar bill. Chat time. That's why I charge 30%.
Sometimes us girls gotta do what she said, Tips.
We got to use it. Something like that.
We gotta use what we got to get what we want. Sometimes us girls, baby, hey, them girls down there had to use what they had.
They was teaching them young. They was teaching them young.
What they had to get what they got, which
said,
was a coin.
And that's why he said, and that's why I get 30%. When can we start? Immediately.
Look, that's what they told the government. So when do we start lying? The government said immediately. Bitch, right now today, ho.
Man, what you got right now? See.
Okay.
Try to get their prostitution money, man.
Okay, yeah, we keep on talking. I'm sorry, yeah. That's my homeboy, that's my fam. Working on some things and sending some things. So okay. All righty, I'm back, fams.
Team.
Cricket, so why y'all quiet?
Team. Man, you know me. I'm a clown every time about it, man. Now,
So, okay, listen.
I'm here with you, boss lady. I'm just, sitting in the cut because I'm catching up on the research. And I'm still laughing at Mr. back here about the prostitution. I mean, what's the name money?
The
prosecution.
I need my restitution.
Well, you killed me with that one, big dog.
I need my restitution for my prostitution, man.
Definitely. Hey, we just calling it how we see it, man. You know what I mean? Hey, but at the end of the day, man, it's just been too crazy in the whole situation, man.
Look, Mr. Terry, y'all hear that? Say y'all quote from the book of the Players Club. Yeah. That was Chicago Federal Trial of Rkelly.
Page 4. At the
what
page,
page 304.
Page 4. Right at the beginning.
It's gonna be trouble.
Page 4035. Y'all put that in coordinating. Y'all remember when we used to have them beepers and we used to put them codes in.
Oh yeah.
4035.
Hurry up. Do like Michael Jackson out there, man. He said, Tito, is that one of my hoes over there on the curb? Pull over, Tito. Pull over, Dave.
Hey, boss lady, did you ever get the 43110 on that
Hello.
What, 8,008?
Yeah.
Baby, back then I used to love people. Boy, I used to look.
Eight-
Boy, I used to get all my words out.
8,008.
Yeah, I wish they still had that shit though.
I used to get all mine out of them people.
Yeah, man, I used to work that bitch too. Man, okay. Shoot, that man
Look,
was
take
my
one
best
step
friend.
up in there, kid. You can see that.
It is.
I'm not
Yeah.
You
I'm not
can see
gonna do
they
this
public
Saturday
hairs.
night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, public hairs.
Facts, dude.
In the nude, bucket naked.
Always.
Y'all are hilarious, y'all. So
You playing with my money.
look in there, kid.
You tell Jane to get her ass up there right now because her funky ass is up right now. And if you ain't got my money,
It's gonna be trouble.
Country hoes,
Y'all
nothing.
just up
You
here
hear me?
clowning.
Get them country hoes nothing. The government gave all them country hoes something. Get them country hoes nothing.
Chi-town niggas don't pay nobody. Country ass niggas. Got me scared.
Look,
Yeah.
y'all my chest.
They keep
Y'all
your
was so
eyes
stupid,
on
like,
the prize
no.
in case something transpire, you know.
Fact, dude. I mean, hey, this is wild, man.
Okay,
Give me
so
my
Mr.
money,
Bates.
sucker.
Okay, so Mr. Bates, I'm sorry, y'all. I get silly, especially with moments like this. I be silly. So Mr. Bates dropped the rest of that content. Lord Jesus, I can't.
Ooh, yeah. I'm nervous up in here.
Welcome to America Today, your number one source of reliable and verified news and in-depth features on the daily happenings around America. R. Kelly has indeed been through a lot these past few years, from the infamous Surviving R. Kelly documentary series that tainted his name, branding him a monster, the Mute R. Kelly campaign that saw him resultantly lose his Sony Music deal and other artists and partners distance themselves from him, to his untimely arrest in Chicago following the indictment, later leading to a 30-year sentence in an unfair New York trial. The list is endless. Now, although a Chicago jury acquitted Kelly on high-profile conspiracy charges in the just concluded trial, he still faces anywhere from 10 to 90 years in prison when he's sentenced come February 2023 by U.S. District Judge Harry Leinenweber, who was presiding over the case. Among the unanswered questions, however, is whether the judge will order that Kelly serves his sentences in Chicago and New York consecutively, as that would almost certainly ensure the 55-year-old R&B king would spend the rest of his life in prison. How unfair. This is, however, very unlikely given the fact that the prevailing precedent dictates that the judge rules they be served concurrently in such cases, which leaves the big question to whether the Chicago sentence will be longer than New York's, which is equally unlikely. It should be noted that R. Kelly won a majority of 7 out of 13 counts in his indictment for his Chicago trial, after earning the favor of the jury, who saw R. Kelly for who he truly is as a caring and loving man, other than the image that had been painted of him in the wake of the infamous Surviving R. Kelly documentary series and testimonies from the New York trial. Also big a question is, what will become of the still pending indictments against R. Kelly in Cook County, that were brought by State's Attorney Kim Foxx in 2019, in the wake of the Surviving R. Kelly documentary series? On top of all that, R. Kelly is also fighting efforts on multiple fronts to go after his money, which according to court records, continues to flow from streaming services and other royalties. Well, it's easy to assume that with all this happening, all hope is lost for R. Kelly, but do not be fooled. Firstly, Judge Harry Leinenweber is not known as a particularly harsh sentencing judge. In fact, the 85-year-old judge, who has been on the bench for nearly 4 decades, is known to often go out of his way to be fair to criminal defendants, often departing downward from sentencing guideline ranges if he feels they're too harsh. I would not be surprised if Judge Leinenweber rejects the government's call for consecutive sentences, and instead determines that 30 years is enough time for Mr. Kelly. Renato Mariotti, a former federal prosecutor in Chicago said, confirming Judge Harry's lenience. He added that Kelly has a very good chance in his appeal of the rather unusual racketeering case in New York, as well as the extremely harsh sentence imposed on him by U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly, which was well above what even prosecutors there were asking for. Although the Cook County cases made a splash when they were first announced in early 2019, on the heels of the explosive Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, and reporters mobbed Kelly as he turned himself into the Central Police District station. His fans played his music while they waited for him to bail out of jail after bond court. But the allegations in 2 of the county indictments overlap significantly with Kelly's federal cases. Pace was a central witness in the New York trial last year. And the video on which Cook County prosecutors based one of their cases was also at the center of his Chicago federal trial. Kelly's legal team had already filed a motion, alleging that the Cook County indictment involving Pace should be thrown out, citing a provision in Illinois law that prohibits a state prosecution if the defendant has been convicted in a different jurisdiction for the same conduct. And now that Kelly has also already been convicted on federal charges related to the videos in Chicago, which shall very well be appealed, his defense now had a solid basis to have that county case thrown out too. R. Kelly could very well, following successful appeals, eventually be a free man. The storm is definitely almost over now. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know, in the comment section below, whether you feel government will go through with other cases against R. Kelly from his other remaining indictments. We value your honest opinion. Thanks for watching yet another feature from America Today. If you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss any of our upcoming features.
All right, fam. So Miss Di has a message, a question. So also, Mr. Bay said, "Dang, Kim Fox favors deputy dog." Oh my God, Mr. Bay.
Oh man, damn.
Wow. Not deputy dog, dang.
Yes, look, so Miss Di said, since he was found not guilty on the other 7 counts, that should be he have to be not guilty. Is she trying to say, like, since he was found not guilty on 7 charges, that means that in actuality, in a 2008 charge, the trial should hold up? They violated him. Pretty much, Miss Di is asking that question. Yeah, they really did. They did, Miss Di. They did. They railroaded, bamboozled R. Kelly. So yes, they did. Like stated, he will be free, family. He will be free through the appeals. And we state that every day, Monday through Friday, as we do research on chaos on the case. Yes, he will be not guilty. I have said Kim Fox looks like Chewbacca installed.
Chewbacca. Damn.
Yeah, that's a big bell. Look like Bigfoot.
Hey, y'all gotta get off Chewbacca now, man. His perm is laid down now. You know his perm is right.
I'm not.
His edges is all right.
Dead on point.
Yeah, J-Rock.
Baby J-Rock said Chewbacca. Look, so yeah, so the content and okay, I just answered Miss that question. So do one of y'all want to elaborate on it? Tip, Mr. Terry, do one of you all want to elaborate on Mrs. that question that she asked? Also, if not, you all can float back to the content that was that was just presented on the panel.
I mean, yeah, man, it's called double jeopardy. You know what I mean? And that's going to be brought up. You know what I mean? Look, I think Jenny going to be a lot more prepared. You know, she didn't have too much time to, put everything together like she wanted to. But, man, just enough, man, to get them now found guilty on them 7,
Hey, y'all, I see it popping off within a year. I don't see it going 2 years.
I don't see it going that long either, man.
They say like you have to put in like, like pretty much like 2 years or something like that in order for it to go back before the. I don't see that, y'all. Remember, Boss Lady told y'all that.
A lot of times they just give, man, the prosecution a little bit more time to get their buzz shit together, or maybe the defense, man. But I believe she already got the shit together.
Gladiator.
So, man, I'm pretty for sure, man, they lock and load, ready to go, So they just waiting on the AOK all systems go type shit, So however they do it, man, when they put it in there. So, and I think it also based on how many other cases that they got to deal with, and so not her, but the judge, how many cases in the court that they, have to deal with. So, a lot of the times it be cases block, holding shit up, and then and people, man, the lawyers come in and have them file a motion, man, to move it to another date and stuff like that. So, that's why a lot of the times these people be held up in the jail, man, waiting to go to court and shit because of other cases, other trials.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. Chewy said, man, hey, Chewy's like, shit, bring her on, man. Chewy got his perm and everything, man. He's like, shit, nigga.
Hey, listen, I ain't doing this with y'all tonight, now. I'm not doing this. Say about some
I got a clown. I got a clown, because, man, because that's all they is, some damn clowns, man. Shit. Came in there, man, playing a circus in the court and shit, man. I'm like, man, here it is, man. That man fighting for his damn freedom, man. Y'all here, man, Section 8, and man, and prostitution for restitution. Like, man. Come on.
What you said, Mister? They prostituting for restitution.
Prostitution for restitution.
Let me hold $1.
They sold baby for a few thousands. I don't even
think they done ran through that.
Yeah, for dinner at Red Lobster. Shit.
Facts.
25 Applebee's. Yeah, man, shit.
Shit, I think they did it all just to be seen.
Yeah.
Look at J-Rock out lane.
Han Solo. Damn.
Nah, I ain't fooling with them tonight. I ain't doing it, babe.
Yes, Lord.
I ain't doing it, babe. So,
clowning all night, y'all.
So elaborate on this tip. Like, let us hear what you got to say, Tips, a little bit.
But most of y'all think it's for the money. I think they did it to be seen. I think they realized that Robert was no longer coming back that way. You understand what I'm saying? And he had it on, but I think they did it to be seen, positively or negatively wise. I think they did it just so people know who they are.
Girl, you think they want all that? You think they want all that damn heat like that, girl? I'm so crazy.
Yes, they do.
Negative
yes, they
or
do.
positive. This is the era that we're
publicity pays.
It pays, right? And you see the people on the internet, no matter how bad you are talked about, as long as you're relevant, it doesn't matter, right? Because there's so many people in the world. Sometimes, like I told you, I look at artists I've never heard of that are Instagram famous that make good music. And they got a lot of followers. And as long as you got that many people who are into you, why do you need me? Who's not into you?
But you got to realize, right? So what if this man, like the question that was asked, what if when he's free, they try to go to one of his concerts or whatever, and they notice by the audience and they get dragged? Like, that's not good.
They're not
thinking about that.
They ain't going to that concert. They trying to stay far away, man.
You don't know that.
Babe, they're not going for R. Kelly. They're looking for a person like R. Kelly with money that don't judge them, and they're into all kind of wild shit. Okay, I'm giving you an example of Israel. Israel on the Run. That girl made one Instagram video, and she had so many followers. If you go to her page right now for somebody who's only been out for a year, she has a lot of followers, and she get negative shit in the comment. Look, to a point when it bothers you, you can just turn the comment off. Life goes on.
Mm-hmm. As long as got them likes and shit,
So
man,
I'm
it's
telling you,
popping up on that IG, man. They start giving her a little check.
Yes, I'm telling you. Then you catch the girl, Lisa Van Horn. She's on there still promoting her book. No matter how much y'all say she lied, right? On her page, she like, shit, go buy the book. You'll get the exclusive.
Girl, ain't nobody buying that goddamn
Even though
book.
she was scared to go to court.
It's gonna say on the first page, man, I do not consent to prostitution for restitution, but I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. And these are the facts.
Sometimes us girls gotta do what we got to do, what we do to get what we. Wait a minute, what she said? They're gonna be the headliner.
You see, they got the hairstylist. She doing poetry about sucking dick. The same suck.
She sure is, baby, and send up that line.
She said,
Send up that line till
forced her to do. She's making books about it. So, like I told you,
shit.
it does not matter. You watch Israel was on live the other day at like a gaming place or whatever, and people in the chat were like, "Oh, we just came to see the liar." Da da da. She was in there, and she continued her live and was laughing.
Damn, you know. They came up there to see what them lips look like.
They ain't scared. Like they have like different people. Listen, y'all, like real shit. Like different people have fans to the point where they'll make it happen about their fans. If y'all know what I mean, they'll send her ass up. They'll flew her ass out to heaven or hell.
Oh man,
R. Kelly. I'm just saying, like real shit. You have some of these people out here, yo, that are really fan crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they will send their ass up.
Oh yeah, man.
Just because it hasn't happened yet, I really do think like they got their times when they come out, y'all. What y'all think?
I would have probably showed. I wouldn't have bought the book, but I showed up just to see what the lips look like. You know, I've been like,
they are the crazy fan. They are the crazy fan. They are the stalkers. They're exactly who's gonna get them when they are that.
I would have been at Barnes and Noble, man. Tip, man. You know, Tom, I got a question. Could you describe how you was doing your fellatio? You know. yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of us want to know. You know, apparently.
Okay, so you stupid, mister. So Jack Mack said, who would be the first person to give R. Kelly an interview when he's free? I'm thinking Vlad.
Oh, hell no.
No, let me tell y'all why I say Vlad. Let me tell y'all why I say Vlad, because y'all already know he's an agent over there, okay? So he got questions he want to ask, and if you all pay attention to every time he's going live with these different artists, he keep questioning them about R. Kelly. Y'all don't notice that? I
do, because he's the police. R. Kelly ain't doing no interview with him. Only person that's doing that is Boosie. Okay, you see how many interviews he do with Boosie? Boosie ain't got nothing but time. R. Kelly ain't going that route.
So, Sir Miguel in the house. Shout out Sir Miguel.
Yes,
Travis Smiley. Yes, that's somebody who he should do. That Sir Miguel was also talking about last week. I think that would be a great one. But however, y'all already know the police gonna be trying to push up on them. Not saying like as if Kel's gonna do it, but however, that's gonna be the first somebody wanting to try and get him for an interview. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That'd be the best.
J-Rock said my money is on Tab. Yes, I think that would be somebody that he needs to link up with. But however, y'all already know that the agent over there who who get everybody to tell on themselves, you know he gonna be coming for him. Because I just seem to notice that you all, that when I be doing my research and everything, every time I see him, he's asking like he did what's the guy that did that Honey Love or whichever one with R. Kelly? Summer Bun is driving me crazy, whatever the song is. Anywho, long story short, he was just on there. So he asked him about R. Kelly. He been asking everybody that come on the show lately about R. Kelly. Baby, Jack Mack Thompson, baby. And he don't get that whole out of this comment section.
Hey, he put nothing but nuts in her face on that interview, man. You know,
man, that lady don't like nuts.
He just leaned back. Hey, yeah, go look at that again, y'all. Because man, when he stood up, man, screaming and pointing at them cameras, man, he put nothing but nuts up in her face when he was standing up there
trust
talking.
me, mister, she wasn't studying his nuts because she don't like nuts.
She over there.
I don't like nuts.
She was like, yes.
Look, so everything we say over here at Truth Be Told is allegedly. It is for educational and entertainment purpose only. Everything we say over here at Truth Be Told is allegedly. Yes, absolutely. Sir Miguel, we know he won't do Vlad, but however, we know that Vlad coming for him. He gonna try to push someone in there, but no.
Vlad trapped in the closet.
She's allergic to nuts. Exactly, B. Girl, she don't like nuts, not even peanuts, nothing with the word nuts.
Hey, y'all hear this in the background? Damn.
J. Ross said if he interviewed Gail King, he would need to bring a big bag of pup chow. If I was him, I wouldn't go her way, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I just wouldn't fuck with that hound dog. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't fuck with her. Matter of fact, she ain't no hound dog. What them little dogs is? Chow. You know what they is? Chows. Yeah, the one that had that big old all that hair around their face. Like what? Oh, aren't those chows?
Yeah, printed chow. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go over there with it.
Look, man, I'll be pissing all on her, man. You know, if I was him. I'm like, yeah, I heard you like this.
Yeah. Mister, you stupid. She ain't gonna give you a chance enough to time out getting in or whipping, not doing nothing. Nothing. Not nothing, babe. Yeah. Especially if you ain't old. Oh, gets to flip it up, slap it, rub it down.
I'll be like, here, come here, open your mouth.
Everything we say over here, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. It's made for fair use for purpose such as criticisms, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Everything we say over here is alleged and it's for entertainment and educational purpose only. Okay, family, so let's go.
So educate yourself.
Yeah. So for everybody in the comment section, I ask that you hit that like button, comment in the comment section, share our live as well as sub to our channel. Therefore, when we go live, you all will get the notification.
Oh, man.
Okay, she looks like a basset hound. She looks like Roscoe's dog flesh from the Dukes of Hazzard. No, he didn't go back. Look, did J-Rock go to the Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah, Roscoe. You boys. You so boy. Man, don't kill me with that one, J-Rock, man. That just boy.
All right now. Okay, so Sir Miguel said, good evening, kings and queens on the panels, and to our lovely host, Truth Be Told TV, aka Boss Lady. Blessings, love, blessings,
man. Hey.
Okay, so Sir Miguel, tomorrow.
About the brother now, you know.
So Sir Miguel, on tomorrow, whenever you are free and whenever you have time, if you could respond to that email or either hit me back, that would be great. So we can put some things together. I'll chop it up with you on tomorrow, whatever time is available for you. Just not in the morning. Maybe a little bit in the afternoon would be great because I got a busy morning on tomorrow. That would be great, love. Okay. Also, shout out. Thank you, love, for tuning in again. Blessings. So Miss Di said exactly. Baby.
Hey, Sir Miguel, man. This cloud, man. Just send her email. Tell me, pick up that damn phone. Pick up that phone. Off lady. Pick up that phone. It's for
Mister, you be tripping me out when you always holler, boss lady. What you doing in that, boss lady?
Yeah, I'll be like, boss lady.
Yes. So okay, Mr. Bass. I think he's done with all the Okay, thank you, love, blessings. Okay, so I think Mr. Bass is through with all the link content. So we're gonna go to the screenshot contents that we have. Also, it's pretty much just the free chaos and his picture. But however, there's also something else that I had grabbed a hold of that tips, as well as Sir Miguel J. Rock in the panel. Robert Sylvester Kelly was wrongfully convicted. So yes, pull that up for Mr. Bass. Also, Mr., if you can read that, that's pertaining to his restitutions. So I'm gonna go on mute while you read it. And we're gonna break it down what that means.
Excuse me. Therefore, by September 27, 2022, the parties are instructed to confer and submit to the court joint proposed redactions of their letters at ECF NOS 331, 336, and 337. Damn numbers. Public versions of the letters will be issued once appropriate redactions have been determined, ordered by Judge and M. Donnelly on 9/23/2022. Bear Nichols, whoever that is, entered in on 9/23/2022, which don't make no damn sense to me, but let's go on with it. I guess the rest of it. In its submissions regarding restitutions 331 and 337, the government asked the court to seal its letters and documents relating to restitution for prostitution. Documents may be sealed if specific on the record findings are made demonstrating that closure is essential to preserve higher values and is narrowly tailored to serve that interest. Woo. Lugos versus Pyramid Company of Onondaga. Man, what is this, man? They got some weird stuff in the laws. Okay, Mr. Bass, I'm gonna go down, man. Citation omitted. Although protecting the identities of victims and their personal medical information are higher interests that may justify sealing the court, does not find that sealing the parties' letters in their entirety is narrowly tailored to those interests. The victims testified in court under pseudonyms about many other things that underlie the restitution requests. What? So in other words, man, they like, man, this is the reason why they should get their restitution for prostitution. And with that, we want to still keep this sealed to a certain extent. Basically,
but why should they want the documents sealed though? They sat up there and told all them lies and all that. So no, don't seal no damn documents. So why they going for documents to be sealed?
Okay,
we already know they got Section 8.
So since they had got a guilty verdict on some of them charges, man, they are considered victims in the court's eyes still. So and as you already know about the HIPAA laws and everything. So
that ain't got shit to do with no damn HIPAA law. Guess what? Just like they set up there with all them lies and posted them lies throughout the transcripts and all that. Now we need to see what's in the restitution. We need to see what's in the paperwork. Don't seal up nothing. We want to see it all.
Yeah, just like y'all it falls back on the Privacy Act.
Ain't shit private.
I understand that, but that's just what's summing it up in what I just read. So
so why should they be private? Why we can't know what the Fed's giving them and what the Fed's promised them and what they got going on over there? We want to see. We the people, we want to see.
They don't give a damn. They don't care about nothing about the people. It's about what they say.
They don't want us to damn study them documents to see what's what, like Mr. Bass said. They don't want the people to be able to study the documents. That's what it is, and know what the Fed promised them bitches. We already know they got Section 8 and Fair Housing and probably food stamps, WIC and whatever else, and Kelly's money. Baby, we want to see what the hell going on.
They better hope they get that restitution. The governments are scammers too now.
Yeah, HUD, Fannie Mae, all them. Yeah.
All that.
You better not apply for no FAFSA.
They ain't gonna get that, honey. And I'm gonna pray and fast.
Tom, I'm going back to school. Yeah,
I'm gonna pray
get
and
nothing.
fast on that. They ain't gonna get nothing. Nothing.
I'm gonna
Get
get
the
my
country hoes nothing.
what you in school for? CNA.
Get them nothing, okay?
Take their license now, man. We got your driver license, everything, man. Your fishing
Baby.
license, shit, man. Hey, yeah, FAFSA. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hey.
What's FAFSA, mister?
Hey, federal student aid. I mean, federal student aid. You know, talking about they going to school, man, taking up them bullshit courses just so they can get some money, some kickback. You know, man, you know how people do it.
Hey, we got our boy Sir Miguel chopping it up. Sir Miguel in the building. What's up, Sir Miguel? Blessings,
blessings, brother.
Good evening, kings and queens. How y'all doing?
Well,
Mr. Terry, tip love too, and as of course, the one and only Truth Be Told, aka the boss lady herself.
Blessings, baby. Blessings. Shout out to Mr. Bass too. He in the bag.
Oh, Mr. Bass in the back. Okay, what's up, brother? Terry.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Good, brother. I wanted to talk about this restitution because I was looking up some stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, break it down for us, Mr. Miguel. I'm finna just mute up real quick because I'm finna run and do a round. But hey, keep on talking. I'm gonna hear you. I'm finna run.
Because what I was reading on, based on what the Supreme Court was saying earlier, was that they would only get restitution if they had some losses. So if they never went to therapy and all this other kind of stuff, or whatever, or if it reduced something in their life that they wasn't able to obtain, then they probably could get restitution. But just based on the surface, the ones who were grown and the ones who so-called lied, it may be 50-50. Then on top of that, if they had lawyers or whatever the case may be, they would have to pay them a percentage. So whatever amount of money they put on Kels to do restitution, and if they get it, it's not going to be a whole lot.
Nah, it won't be. You know,
it'll be pennies on the dollar.
You know, now only thing I was thinking of on that one is, Kel took care of us. He did this, so we had a lifestyle for a while. But so many years later, you know, what's your lifestyle now? Because a lot of y'all don't move on with your lives.
You ain't going on lifestyle if you a victim.
You know,
this ain't no divorced wife and children.
But what I'm saying is, though, if they were staying with him and he was taking care of them, and he was, you know, and they was getting this money out of his account, they could say that they had a certain lifestyle that they lost because they became victims, so-called victims, alleged victims. I mean, I mean, that's just a theory, you know. That's just me, you know, talking, you know. But I was just, you know, trying to understand, you know, what so Miguel was basically explaining, you know.
What you're saying is plausible, but at the same time, I think the government would have to prove what did they initially actually lose before they even got the money. You know what I mean? Because if you go back and look at, when it's supposed to have, they were so-called minors, you would have to base it from that standpoint. So even then, it would still have to be proven what did they lose in between. Because if they got settlements and so forth and so on, you really didn't lose shit. You got your money. You can't go to. You can't go to.
What about your parents? You know, did your parents lose anything because you were minors, allegedly?
Hell no. Listen, man. I want to elaborate on that as well too. I don't think none of that shit, man, for real.
But I'm just saying, though,
it's a gimmick.
No. Hold up. You know,
go ahead.
What I'm saying is the fact that, man, since they was allegedly minors, then they was still up under their parents. You know what I mean? So did their parents lose anything? I mean,
that's what I was gonna go back to say. Do any of the parents look like they had something before this?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not Jack, bro. You ain't hear nothing about it in the limelight, no nothing. The only way y'all got what y'all got, y'all took that young girl to that concert and it blasted off. Y'all was
Thank
broke
you.
before this shit started, and you're still broke now. So stop bullshitting the system and trying to throw the loop
Right.
over our head. I mean, call a spade a spade. Broke
Look,
asses. Go back to where y'all came
look,
from.
but what I'm saying is though, man, they trying to hurry up and issue this money out to them quickly. And why is that?
No, they not. They just trying to form the whole purpose of the restitution. That little 30,000 they took from Robert, nobody gonna see that. Not none of them women. Not at
Okay,
all.
so is this for Chicago or is this for New York?
No,
There
that's
you
it's
go.
for
That's
New
the question. I think it's New
it's
York
for New
because it was
York.
the New York judge who did it.
Yeah, because what they're gonna do is they're just gonna hold it because you got to keep in mind his appeals and stuff had to move forward. They can't really touch his money. They can put it like in a trust to hold on to, but until all the appeal stuff go through, I don't
Mhm.
think they can touch anything.
They're screwed. That's why they on pins and needles, hoping the shit fall in their place so they could try to go live a somewhat life again. Man, they bunch of bullshit. All of them phony. The whole system is fucked up, and all of them need to pay. They don't need to get shit. They need to go back to the drawing board where they came from.
Check
That's
this out.
how I feel.
Olivia Ward said, let's pull the parents' taxes to see who claimed the ones who did live with Kels. It was
Mm.
for real.
Yeah, now
But
that was a
see,
good one. Now that's definitely good. I like what she just said. Yeah, because it's
Did
a
y'all
bunch of
claim
BS,
them?
man.
Did y'all claim them and they wasn't living there?
that's the thing. That's the whole narrative. But if you look at all the women, all the so-called women that were supposedly underage, my question is this: when you got your settlement, who signed the check?
Mm.
If you were
Mom and
underage,
dad.
an adult had to sign that check. If you wasn't underage, that means you signed that check yourself.
Facts.
Right.
Everybody plays a part.
And don't they hold these checks, man, when it's a certain amount, man, the banks hold there for a while until it clears. Right?
Facts. Definitely. Yo, you right.
Yeah,
That's a
I,
100% fact.
I guarantee you, there's records. there's records of who signed what, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Because think about it. If you go back to Daryl McDavid's testimony, all the information that came out was based on what the lawyers and the private investigators took in their notes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to corroborate what was going on at that particular time. So I guarantee you, Susan Logger, who they all went to, guarantee she got records. Guaranteed.
Man, this is gonna be a hell of an appeal, man.
See what I'm saying?
I
So
can't wait to see what kind of stuff come out, because I'm like, man, because hell, I'm learning stuff as we go about, how this law is working and how they abusing the law.
yeah,
Then
they're
how,
abusing the law to they're abusing the law. They're breaking the law to use the law to their advantage. I can
right.
guarantee the man that could be thrown out. The whole racketeering thing that'll be thrown out because at the end of the day they overcharged them. Number one, number two, they used it in such a way to make it seem like he had a criminal enterprise, but he didn't because it goes back to even the Chicago case. It was proven there was no conspiracy or none of that. You see what I'm
Man,
saying? So I guarantee you, Bonjean gonna find some case law in there somewhere
right.
that's gonna back all that information up.
Right.
Because if you think about it, look at Harvey Weinstein. He just got approved for his appeal real
How long
quick
he been in there? About 2.5 years?
about that
Yeah. Damn, they already approved it.
because if you look at it, there was a case in New York last year. I was watching in the Second Circuit Court, at Second Circuit Court of Appeals. The lady, it was all female judges. It was funny. The prosecutor was asking, "Why are you bringing up bad act witnesses?" She was like, "Because it goes to the intent of his behavior." She was like, "Excuse me, he wasn't charged with this.
Right.
So why are you bringing this up?" And she kept saying it. She was like, "No, no, 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 no. Let's just stick to what it is. Was he charged with those? Because it has nothing to do with this case right now." She was like, "No." She said, "Move on." Next judge came in. I mean, they was kicking their ass. I'm sorry. I was laughing because I was like, that's the issue. This whole
Right.
bad act witness stuff, You can't use that, man. It's no different than hearsay. So in other words, if I say something, then that means it's true. But I don't have no police report. Unfortunately, that's how the feds do it.
No facts whatsoever, man. They just going off of what they think they know and what was told to them. You know, it's like, man, we got a case. Let's go ahead and build it. You know, we got enough. We got enough. Man.
So if you think about it, the whole RICO stuff, whether it's Chicago, New York, he has a damn good chance of all of that being thrown out the window, because at the end of the day, what he was basically charged with are technically misdemeanors. The only problem is I think most people get caught up with, oh, it's double jeopardy. It's double jeopardy on the state level, yes. But when it gets elevated to the federal level and they change the language, it ain't double jeopardy. And that's what a lot of people have a hard time understanding. And I keep saying this all the time. If you change the language, you can create something into your advantage. And that's exactly what they did.
Man, that's even like that's like even in a lease agreement. You know, because I mean, I done seen guys, man, that couldn't get out their lease, man, on a few words because they had changed up some stuff. You know, I'm looking at that right now where I'm at, where I'm working at. So, oh man.
So at the end of the day, I think you when you look at the whole restitution part, there's going to be, and I guarantee you, she probably found some case law. There'll be some arguments with that as well, so forth and so on. And I think what Judge Donnelly is trying to move it so fast to get it done, not realizing, guess what? You put that in appeal, you can do all this other stuff. Damn near, Bonjean probably can explain a lot of shit away.
Oh yeah.
And keep in mind, it is election season, so don't be surprised if she get moved up to another seat somewhere too.
Oh, you talking about that judge? Yeah, she might get moved on up. I mean, that was, to me, I think these are like, you know, to prove yourself, man, to you know, advance. You know, and for old dude, man, to prove himself to go out on top, I guess. You know, because he probably gonna be up out of there. You know, and unless they appoint him again. Shit.
Baby,
federal seats a lot.
With his evil doing, I'm glad the Lord has allowed him to see 85 years. Must be nice. Baby.
Man, I know he been doing some smooth. I can't even think of the word for it, but man, I just know he been on some stuff, man. You know, in that lifetime.
His life gotta be miserable beyond it, that podium, y'all, but beyond that stand, his life is miserable.
I don't think too many of them have lives outside the court.
True that.
I mean, you dealing with federal cases, man. You dealing with some serious stuff, you know. And I'm pretty for sure the people you done put away, man. You know, they got people out here looking to get your ass too.
Okay, so Ashley asked the question, family. I don't know because I just came back in. I had to make my round and give me a couple of bottles of water. So Ashley asked the question. She said, "Now you all, is there any way Supreme Court can see all them accusers have been lying?" Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to do with the Supreme Court. It has to go with the appellate court first. And once they get their briefs and get all the information, they're going to sit down and do their due diligence while it is being broken down, what case law is used, blah, 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 in order to determine, hey, because they're going to ask questions. Well, why do you believe such and such and such and such, blah, blah, blah. Then the prosecution going to say X, Y, and Z. Then the defense going to say X, Y, and Z. When each judge going to ask questions. Some judges may not ask anything. They just going to sit there and listen. A lot of them, they'll take notes.
Baby, they better watch out. They better watch out for that one that Trump appointed too. She's no joke. She the reason why Roe versus Wade was overturned. Booyah! Don't play no game. Okay? Everybody ain't for that crooked shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody-
Now, when you speak of Roe versus Wade,
another one of the
everybody-
same, another, I don't mean to cut y'all, Sir Miguel,
Mhm.
but something else was introduced to, help us get rid of our seeds. Let's go.
I was just about to say that, but go
A
back and
whole
look
lot.
at Gloria Allred, because she was one of the attorneys back then when it first kicked off.
Oh, okay.
And there was the lady who actually that they were representing at that time. She came out later, I think before she passed away, and said they basically got her to lie.
They got her to lie. She never been raped. She never had an abortion. None of that. You're absolutely correct.
So
okay.
that's why when I tell people, stop taking the snippets, go back and see when it first started, and then fast forward. It's going to tell you everything. It's the same thing with Planned Parenthood. The lady went after the black churches. It had nothing to do with white women. It had to do with the female, with the black family. So they was getting the preachers to convince black women, having kids out of wedlock, per se, and all that other kind of stuff. So just do your homework, and when you go back and look at the 50s, 60s, you'll understand why certain things are in place. And then when you fast forward, why things are being changed. Why? Because think about it. Melanated people are becoming, we're not minorities anyway. Let's just keep it a buck. We are the majority. We're the minority, and we're the minority in terms of power when it comes to laws, rules, and regulations. But if you want to talk about majority, we got that hands down. That's even across the world. So at the end of the day, these people are trying to keep their numbers up because their numbers are getting small.
Yeah,
they're not having babies like they were. So we're a threat. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely. And then, we have a lot more, Sir Miguel, that are becoming more conscious as to what's going on and the lies and everything that has been told. So, however, if anyone would like to come up to allow your voice to be heard, please hit the StreamYard link, and you all will be up here with me, myself, Mr. Tips Love 2, Sir Miguel, as well as Sarah. Please hit the StreamYard link if anybody would like to come up. Blessings. You all can keep going.
So so with that being said, it's gonna be interesting to see how the restitution thing go. I think what's that, the 28th, right?
Yeah. But my thing is, Sir Miguel, so how could that and how is that gonna play out? Like somebody asked earlier, none of them I've never heard of neither one of them talking about they went to therapy, they had to see a psychiatrist. I haven't heard that, as well as somebody else asked that in the comment. Doesn't that play a part?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, because technically it would be based on at the time of them so-called being minors, if you think about it. Not them being adults. So that's gonna have to be explained, because if you think about it, they've already gotten money if they sued him already, right?
They absolutely.
So, like this was saying, okay, who signed the check? Was it you as an adult, or was it your parents? Because it has to go in. What did you lose, or what life altering event happened?
What was damaging to you and all of that? Absolutely.
So if you didn't do that during that particular time, then you may have an issue. There may be an issue there. And like I said, I was just reading bits and pieces of what it was saying. I didn't get to read the whole thing because it was a lot. But so it's a little wiggle room in there, and I'm quite sure Bonjean probably already did her homework. So whatever she throw out there, the government's pretty gonna have to kind of prove why they need this restitution for X, Y, and Z.
Man, Gladiator ought to allow me to come in that courtroom. I mean, in that Zoom call. In that Zoom call to be able to tell in that Zoom call to be able to tell them, Bonjean, now these I'm gonna be decent right now. These
Me
scavengers don't
too.
need nothing else, Bo Jean. Now you know they already got paid and some of everything there.
Me too.
Mm.
Hey, Mr. Bay said we're the majority in numbers. However, we are the
Mhm.
minority when it comes to social and economic and political issues.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Pretty much the same thing I said earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It because, and I'll say this again. I hope everybody get a chance to buy uh, Dr. Claude Anderson's book, Powernomics. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's a hell of a blueprint because the same blueprint he's talking about is the same blueprint that the Asians use,
Against us.
so-called white folks use. Because
Mhm.
think about this. Have you ever noticed when it comes to voting, have you ever, our guys ever noticed that they don't always say the Asian American community voted for this president at this percentage and so forth and so on?
True.
Most of the time they don't vote because they do all their stuff in-house in the community. They don't trip off of that.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't trip off of it.
Nah, they don't, because they gonna keep getting their money regardless. You know, they know how to stick together, and
Exactly.
to them they ungoverned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They live on their own. They live how they live. You know,
Because if you think
ungoverned.
about it, you got Koreatown, Chinatown, all these other kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you go into their neighborhood, they have their own grocery stores, everything.
Yep.
They buy their own products. They service themselves. Period.
Hell, and the one that call themselves the Jews and are not the Jews, them motherfuckers don't pay no taxes. Everything
Yeah,
free. Them why is that?
you're absolutely correct.
I used to work for Jews, right? I used to do that for missiles and stuff like that when I was catering and everything back home. And boy, I would go do the shopping, and guess what? I would go up the street to their grocery store, and when I would go to their grocery stores, no taxes, taxes on nothing. They don't pay taxes for nothing.
Mhm. And they close their stores from 6 p.m. Friday
Surely
to
do.
6 p.m. Saturday. Shut it down.
Surely do. Okay, so our boy J Rock said Joanda Page said on Twitter that Lifetime never offered them therapy. They weren't going to offer them therapy for something they knew they never would will through. They never knew, they never went through. So Lifetime
Mhm.
didn't offer them scavengers no therapy because they knew they had not gone through anything. So yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't vet none of their stories. They just went with it. And at the same
Mhm.
time, when they're telling their story, they edit a lot of stuff anyway to make it look salacious and so forth and so on. They made millions. That's one of the reasons why Dred wouldn't do the other part, because whatever she was promised,
She didn't
they
get.
she didn't get it.
Not only
But she
that, the
was
other one stated that that wasn't what she said when she did an interview with anything over there. Said that
someone Dominique.
they had to edit
Mm-hmm.
her words and did some of everything over there.
Mm-hmm.
So what was she even allowed to do to them by them editing her words, switching her words up on her? Was it something that she could have done to Lifetime?
In terms of
In
saying
terms,
they wasn't
yeah,
telling the truth.
in terms of them switching her words, like when she gave the interview, they cut, edit, and changed her words up on her.
I think she did what she I think she said she didn't realize it until afterwards that they changed her stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because she said when she was there, they said they was gonna allow her to speak. That's why she said what she said. But then she said when it aired, she realized they changed everything she said.
Mm. Mm. Boy, that damn Lifetime. Was it that deep? They ratings was low. They went up after showing that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind when they went with that,
Lifetime had already spent their money on supposedly the documentary, so they wasn't about to lose no money down that they didn't want the documentary no more. So they did it as Surviving R. Kelly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a judge in Detroit who was a friend of Nicole Blank Becker, That's how she was able. That's how she was able to get introduced to R. Kelly. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
You said what now, Sir Miguel? Repeat
There
that.
was a judge in Detroit
Uh-huh.
who I think she either introduced Nicole Blank Becker to R. Kelly or something like that or whatever. That's how she was able to do her thing in terms of getting with meeting R. Kelly and so forth and so on. Because the keep in mind the whole documentary really started with the BBC investigating R. Kelly, and that's how it trickled down.
I think that's what Tip. Wasn't that what you were saying, Tip?
That's it.
Yep. Okay, so I think Mr. Bass has dropped all of the content. So to everyone in the comment section, would you please hit that like button, comment, share, sub to the channel so that when we go live, you all will be notified and get that notification when we go live. So I think Mr. Bass has finished with all of the content. So okay, so JY said even Tim Savage said Lifetime has spent about $5 million and it was too late to edit a lot of that stuff out. And I can't stand who do like him, JY. That's a whole pimp over him. Why he been shooting the dollars.
Advertising his daughters. And one thing I want y'all to realize that the mothers never talk. That's why I believe the mothers also slept with Robert. The mothers to those kids never speak. It's only the father and the stepfather.
Well, I think with Azrael Clary's, I don't know if it's a stepfather or whatever, or father, whatever. I think he was trying to come in and help clean the mess that the mama made. Because if you think about it, when them text messages came out, they came out, but then they really didn't come out to after he got sentenced, right? Everybody started talking about it. But prior to that, Daddy was talking. Because before, Mama was saying a little bit here and there. And then after that, she got real quiet. And I think he was trying to come in and clean it up because guess what? He probably knew if them text messages had got added into the case, she would have been in a world of trouble. But the fact that they didn't get put in, they wasn't allowed in. Boom, there you go.
The mothers are with the same controlling men that the kids swear they went to go find in R. Kelly. Because them men's run the show and the women don't say nothing.
I agree. You're absolutely right.
Pimps. Baby. Well, panel and family, that concludes the end of our show on tonight. Unless someone else has something to say, you all good, panel?
Yep.
Yes.
Mr. Tips Love 2, Sir Miguel, Mr. Terry. Y'all good?
I said we
yes.
could. All
right.
Yes.
I don't know about Mr. Terry and Mr. Are y'all good?
Girl, Mr. about to ran out on another call. You know, baby, he be on live, but he had to get out to go and answer a call. But thanks to everyone. We thank you all again for tuning in yet another night at Truth Be Told TV family. We thank you all so much. We ask that you all tune in again on tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, shout out to everyone on the panel. My boy, Mr. Tips Love 2, Sir Miguel, as well as Mr. Terry. Blessings to each and every last one of you all. Shout out to my moderators in the comment section. I see my girl Trey Lynn and V has held it down for the night. Thank you all so much, ladies. Thank you all to each and every last one of you in the comment section. Please hit that like button, comment, share, and sub to our channel so that when we go live, you will get the notification. Also, on tomorrow, family, we will be discussing the prison system. So I think you all want to tune in for that. It's going to be very interesting. Thank you all. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you all
Thank
so
you.
much. We
Have a
appreciate
great
it.
night. Blessings.